Hi, beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back. So I thought today would be a great day to do a new deck unboxing because why not? But before we get started, I always have to ask permission to read for this collective. So what's going to happen? Sorry, my screen keeps going black. Check out my awesome artwork. Isn't that so cool? Beautiful. This to me is consciousness turned into form. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I like to do weird art too. My name is Jennifer. Hi, how are you? I am an official Reiki Master. I've been a Reiki Master since 2018, a long time. I started Reiki in 2016. I have always been clairvoyant, so I was always able to see things from a very young age. I've always been clairsentient. I've always been able to pick up on people's emotions from an extremely young age. Basically, since I came onto this planet, since I was born, I learned what I am called a Heyoka empath, and essentially my ability to feel people's pain, like quite literally, I can feel their thoughts, feel their trauma. If their back is literally in pain, it'll quite literally flare up my body. So the reason for this is I am able to then take that energy, alchemize it, which means I change it, and then I give it back to them in its most purified fashion. Okay, so that is part of one of my gifts, and I love that. And if you are here today, welcome, welcome. Hi, Samantha! That's my best friend, guys. Everybody say hi to Samantha. Hi. Hey. Love you. Okay, so we're going to get to it. I'm so excited. Oh, I don't want to show my address. So I got a new deck in the mail, and I'm so excited to unbox it with you guys. Look at how cute. Can we just take a moment? Look how beautiful that artwork is. Isn't that gorgeous? So I am not selling this. I'm just showing you that I bought this, and I would like to do a reading with this today for the collective. So if you give me consent to do so, we're going to unbox this and open this together. I already am in love with the artwork. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh my Lanta. Oh my Lanta. Okay. Oh my Lanta. Okay, so when you open it up, if you want to get this, I'm not selling this, by the way. No. If you want to get this, if you open it up, it does come with a guidebook. So that is beautiful. It's actually very thick. It's a literal book. Okay. Let's check it out. Okay. Looking nice. I know it's backwards for you guys, but oh snap. Oh snap. Oh, the book is in color. How exciting. Guys, the book is in color. Look how gorgeous. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay, so here's what the inside looks like. Again, guys, I'm not selling this deck. I literally just saw it and I was like, I love this. I love it. Ooh, on the back we have the star. Gorgeous. Let me see, who did this work? So the illustrations are by Fabiana Belmonte. Gorgeous. You are an amazing artist. And this is written by Cecilia Latari. Oh, I love that last name. Made my back vibrate. Very interesting. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm in love. Can we just look at how beautiful this is? First, I need to say I'm obsessed with flowers. I've always loved flowers my entire life, nature. I've always been an outside person. This is absolutely beautiful. First card, opa, we have the Fool. I love this. Oh! Okay, so my beautiful collective. Let's tune in and see what this deck has to say. I'm already getting this feeling from this collective that this is more of a deeper introspective collective. You guys really take the time to sit with things that are presented to you in all forms, okay? Ooh, and I just got full body chills. So if this is resonating for you, then this is definitely for you. We're going to get into it. Again, this is a brand new deck. I have no idea. First, going to anchor in the highest creation, highest divine, most infinite creator, our divine mother, father, God. I thank you for alchemizing your energy into this deck. I thank you for alchemizing your energy in and around every reading that comes through this deck for the highest good of every soul that encounters my readings. I ask that only the highest energies come forth. from you, Mother, Father, God, of the highest love, the highest intelligence, and the highest source. I thank you for your presence today and always in always. Thank you. Okay, now that we've consecrated the deck, very important, ladies and gentlemen, the first time you ever get a deck, okay, you always want to make sure you clear it, right? Because many people have touched it and it picks up energy. So what I did before I even brought it into the house, I held the package in my hands and I quite literally prayed over it, and I asked that any energy that was on this be completely cleared for my highest good, and only that the highest source's energy be allowed to come through. Okay, so that's very important. When you're utilizing tools, especially for energy work, you want to make sure that you are utilizing and accessing them properly, right? Okay, so lesson number 1, we always want to make sure we clear the new decks before they even enter our home, okay? Lesson number 2, when you open the deck, again, this is you actually putting your energy onto the deck for the first time, right? This is me physically touching the cards, so my intention is very important, because how I am when I access these cards, right? My energy, where I am at my wavelength of emotions, of mental, of consciousness, will be reflected back into this deck. So by me setting the intention to clear and make sure only the highest source comes through, I am then helping not only myself, right, but I'm also helping the collective that I'm reading for, because I've already set almost like an energetic boundary around the cards. You can almost look at it as like a shield, like a matrix, right? And the intention will drive the energy in and around it, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, you can do this. I'm seeing birds fly by. You can do this for everything in life. Like, you have that ability. Remember, the creator resides within you, okay? This is what you are here to learn. And you are also here to learn absolute forgiveness, as the creator does. Okay, so that was lesson number 2 and 3. Okay, so now, if you give me consent to read for you, I would like to now take a moment to say thank you for being here, and thank you also for allowing me to read for you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Because again, you could be anywhere and we have free will. So thank you for being a part of this with me now. All right, so let us see what messages want to come through. These cards feel so smooth. And you know what's really nice? They're not sticking together. Like, usually when I have brand new decks, they quite literally stick together, and it kind of gets to be like a little, because you're sitting there trying to, but these, smooth, beautiful. Shuffle was beautiful. All right, so the first card, we have 3 of Cups. We're going to keep shuffling. What's on the bottom? They want me to take that? Okay. We're going to keep shuffling. All right. And remember, this is for my deeply introspective collective. Deeply introspective. What other message? Whoa. With the highest source, like, and they said one more. Okay. So the highest source said one more. So we're going to keep going. Wow. One more. What messages for the highest source? See that? All right. We're taking it. Wow. So much Cups energy. So much Cups. Okay. These cards are absolutely gorgeous. We're going to leave the deck down below. All right. So the first 2 cards that came out. Oh my God. I love this. Wow. I'm sorry. I was mesmerized by the artwork. So we have the 3 of Cups coming out first with the Hanged Man. Okay. First and foremost, the first thing that caught my attention was the women in the field holding these cups, right? And what that really spoke to me as was community. You are finding your community. You are finding your tribe, but you're doing it in a way that is unconventional with the Hanged Man, okay? And you've quite literally been unconventional your entire life, right? And my energy being drawn to the women with the cups, really grandmother energy, very much ancestral energy, a lot of, I'm seeing crows in my mind's eye, okay? So those may be of significance to you. I literally have blackbirds flying towards me right now. All right, so with that being said, it's like you are accessing and anchoring yourself into a newer community that is more geared around your ancestral roots, but in a way that's not of this world, right? Your ancestral roots are coming from places and spaces that are held actually outside of this galaxy. A lot of you may you may see yourself as a starseed, like that may resonate. I'm hitting it up, my nose is itching, so it's on the nose. Like you may felt like you are not from here for your whole life, like you're unconventional, you do things that most people don't do, right? And because of this, the more you lean into this, the more you allow yourself to explore the unconventional nature that is of your true soul's essence, right? You will actually ground, I'm seeing roots ground yourself and expand your energy out even further. Somebody who's not supposed to know this, or somebody doesn't want me to say this. And what happens is, okay, so there's a block on your expansion, they're saying. Okay, so we're going to clear that in a moment. Thank you for bringing that up. So basically, let's go back. Essentially, with your roots grounding down, what happens is your energy becomes more expansive. And as you allow yourself to expand outwardly, right? Because you've done the upward connection, right? You have to now expand. And as you allow yourself to expand outwardly with this authentic, different way of just being, which is literally your soul's true essence, you then start to cultivate and quite literally attract that tribe, right? And that tribe will start to just show up. And I'm seeing like random conversations happening. Like you may be out getting coffee. So they want me to take into account an experience that I had a few days ago. So a few days ago, I was out making myself my morning coffee, as I always do, right? And there was a gentleman who came in to make himself a coffee, and I could just feel like so, I was like, you okay? Like, you feeling pretty low? And he's like, actually, yeah. And so we got to talking, right? And the conversation led into, I basically opened up and said, listen, there was a point where I was where you are at. And the only thing that really helped me get through that and really helped me to go to the top of the mountain and even past the apex of expectations is my connection to God. And he wanted to, right? But he was scared. He's like, I know, but I'm kind of afraid. I haven't spoken to God in so long. I was like, well, for me, what's coming through is like, think of God as, you may need to view it as your grandmother, right? That nurturing, compassion, like we forget that God has that capability. And so I identified that nurturing and compassionate nature of his grandmother to the essence of God, okay? And he lit up. And that in itself, and I said, and I've even prayed for things. I pray for everything now, and things come through. I've even dreamed of things. God has shown me things in my dreams, and they have quite literally manifested in real time. And it's because I allowed myself to open up and ask, right? I allowed the communication between myself and God to happen. You have to be the one to open that door. But once you open that door, you beckon in the highest and greatest energy, right? And now the reason for this story is today it came full circle. Today, this morning, here I am making my coffee. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to mention, he bought my coffee that day because he was like, thank you so much. And I was like, no, you don't have to. He's like, no, this is my offering. Thank you so much. And I was like, once you say offering, okay, I understand. So now I see him again today, and he goes, oh my God, hi, it's so good to see you. And I said, oh my goodness, how are you doing? And he's like, I need to tell you, ever since we spoke, it took a few days to lock in, but once it did, me and God, we're besties now. And my whole body, I was so happy. And I said, thank you so much for sharing this with me, because you literally just made my day to know that you now have enough comfort and love and just peace within yourself and just no fear to connect to God and rekindle that connection, which is never lost. Hitting the nose, it was never lost to begin with. He was always right there, right? And then today I bought him the coffee, and he's like, no, you don't have to do that. I said, no, one hand washes the other, and they both wash the face, right? This is how we serve. This is how we help others heal. We do this by being a presence, right? Had I been in that situation, right, I had the option, basically. So what's coming back to the reading? You have an option. I had an option in that moment last week to say something. I recognized something wasn't wrong. I could feel it, right? I felt it in my heart. And I decided to speak up on that. And I decided to reach out. And it was just a simple word, right? And that simple word changed him. And just by you being your authentic self, you change people. And we need you to follow those instances of your heart. We need you to allow that highest compassion of love to really light your way as you've done, right? And this allows your true, unique signature to really come forth. And then what do we have right after that? We have the 10 of Cups. And I want you to know the 10 of Cups is the happiest card in the deck. Look at the demeanor from the 3 of Cups to the 10 of Cups. I love that it's the same women, first and foremost, because it really shows you the range of depth of emotion, the range and depth of energy, the range and depth of your ability to become these things, to become the beacon, to become that light, that threshold from the highest source, which then brings light into the world, right? You have that choice to do so. I decided to act on that choice last week, and because of that, I helped somebody, and that brought me so much joy. Like, I would do that all day. Like, I would, God send me to the places that need to be so that I could be that person for these people, right? That might be a mantra that you can try today to help you. So now, as the advice for this, again, look at how many cups we have, and look at just how beautiful this artwork is. Okay, so when you allow yourself to truly celebrate your authenticity, to truly lean into it and trust that when you're leading from the highest source, you're leading from compassion. Trust that when you surrender to God, that you are quite literally allowing God to then imbue light not only onto yourself but the world around you. Okay, so our advice, look at this, look at the advice, the 6 of Cups, right? She's sharing. What did I do? I shared my experience, right? I would probably say maybe a few years ago I would be too afraid to do this. I had to work through my fear of being seen. I had to work through my fear of being heard, right? Maybe the throat chakra might be a little bit clogged up. Maybe you're afraid to say what's on your heart because you are afraid of how it will be received. But trust and know that God will put you in the right places, in front of the right people, because He knows the messages that you are giving are meant to be heard. And it doesn't even have to necessarily be you saying something. I could have just stood next to him and said a silent prayer for him, and the same would have happened, right? But I decided to actually speak up. I decided to actually, you know what, say, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Right? And again, if you are not comfortable doing that, please don't do that. Just say that silent prayer. But trust and know you have the ability, quite literally, to change and alchemize all the energy around you at all times. It all depends on where it is you are putting your energy, where it is you are putting and placing your perception, where it is you are allowing yourself to be perceived, right? Okay, so let's keep going. And maybe me letting you know about the experience that I had last week with that gentleman and it coming full circle, maybe that is something that you yourself are currently in the midst of, right? Perhaps this week things are going to start to come really full circle for you, and I pray that it does. I pray and I set the intention that by you being here and joining with me, that you are able to share in these joyous experiences with me, because why not? I would love for you guys to feel the way that I felt this morning. It was the most beautiful thing. I can't put it into words, right? And that's when you know you've hit it. I feel it. Like, I could cry. Like, it's so beautiful. Okay, Woo! All right, so we're gonna keep going. All right. Wow. This deck is amazing. So what's on the bottom of the deck? I can't really see it. My eyes got a little watery, as you can tell. All right, so wow. We have the Eight of Wands. Ooh. Okay, so I'm being told to show this card to you guys. And the first two initials that pop out in the letters are very important to you. Are you ready? In 3. In 2. What? Oh, wait, where'd it go? The first two initials that pop out to you, write them down because they're very, very important. These two initials I'm hearing are clues for you, okay? They are, for some of you, they are the initials of your guides. For some of you, they are initials of loved ones who have passed on. And for some of you, more clearly, they're initials of people on this plane of existence that you are currently working with and through things, okay? All right. So we are setting the intention that the information that comes through so that you can have the greatest and best advice to work through this situation, whatever the situation may be for you. All right, so what advice do we have for this collective? I'm going to definitely close this reading after this. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. If you do, or if you... If you do, and if you would like one-on-one readings, please reach out to me. I will never reach out to you. I've had other people make fake profiles saying that they're me, and they're like, oh, hello, darling, I have no. You see that feeling? No, we don't do that. That's so gross. Okay. All right, back to your reading. Oh, and I'm also located in New Jersey. Okay. All right, so back to the reading. What advice now going forward can this collective utilize to help them work through the situations that are arising in this very moment so that it may all come full circle for the highest good of all involved? They told me to pause. So we're going to pause this, and they said keep going. All right, so this means it's going to be pretty detailed. They want me to go faster. All right. Take it? No. Okay. What advice do we have? Don't you dare. All right. They said one more off the top. You got it? How are we taking it down? Okay. Check out the bottom. Oh, wow. The Tower. This is amazing. Okay, so this is quite literally letting us know the information that you will receive right now is absolutely going to change the situation that you are in for your highest good. That's how energy works. And God is basically like, I'm going to show up and show out for you and prove this to you because of my grace. Okay? I'm telling you, the highest source loves us. Like, loves us. Loves. Okay. So, let's go, friends. Let's go. I'm so excited. Okay, so the first card that came out was the Nine of Wands. All right, so this is actually how you might be feeling about this situation. You might be feeling like trapped, like you're constantly trying to figure out what next, like how to make the next move, right? Your words might be getting jumbled up on themselves. You may even find it difficult to place words on the experiences that you're having because it's so unconventional, but at the same time, it's like, you know there's a way out of this, but it's just like, I just need that little hint. All right, so this is going to be that little hint that gets you through this. So if you've been feeling this way, my dear, remember, this is all about to fall. This is all about to fall. First card. Up. Down. Wow, and it came out down. Up. All right, so first and foremost, we have the Page of Wands coming out with the Page of Pentacles reversed, coming out with the Ten of Wands. Okay. So what this feels like to me is a lot of the burdens that you guys are facing now at this time are quite literally tied to your belief systems around the physical reality that you inhabit. Thank you for the confirmation. A bird just flew by. I know you can't see it because it's a blackbird. Essentially, okay. Wow. I know, and it's going to sound so simple. I'm telling you, it's going to sound so easy. You're going to be like, are you serious? That's it. Literally, this is it. When you allow yourself to take your view on this physical reality and quite literally connect, okay? You need to start connecting your soul's truth to it. You then also start to connect your higher self's truth to it. And when I say truth, I mean like soul essence energy, okay? Like we're talking alchemy, we're talking energy work, we're talking forgiveness, we're talking speaking things over our lives, we're talking going outside in nature, grounding, and setting the intention, I am done with this, I am releasing this, and we're good, okay? And another thing that we're talking is trusting and allowing and knowing that this reality is a quantum reality, that everything in this reality at its base, most origin point is energy, okay? The only difference between this cup and my body are the vibrational frequencies of which my cells resonate at. It's the vibrational frequencies, literally the only difference between what makes this a cup and what makes us human. Okay, that being said, what makes this card? This card is so nice and dense. The energy is vibrating so slow, right? And because it's so slow, it's dense. When energy vibrates at a much higher speed, it becomes light energy. Okay? You see that? Now I want you to look at this picture. Okay, this picture will unlock a lot of things for you. You see how it kind of looks like an eyeball? I did that on purpose. Because your perception, right? You view it with your eyes, but you also create it with your eyes too. Your eyes are connected to your central nervous system, okay? Your central nervous system is quite literally the gateway to the higher harmonics of intelligence, of energy. Your nervous system is the first thing that is formed. What does that tell you? That you are pure light, my love, entering and descending down into human form, okay? So when you allow yourself to finally see how malleable this reality is, because it is all energy, you then unlock yourself. You then unlock your physical reality. You then unlock the physical reality for everybody else around you. Why is that? Why? You become a beacon. You become a transmitter. Your energy starts, how do I say this? You turn into a vortex of light that quite literally alchemizes or transforms every single life form that you encounter. You become this threshold. You see how beautiful and iridescent this light is, this white light? From this white light, all rays of light come, right? All rays of colors, all hues, all levels of vibration, all levels of frequency. It all comes from the threshold of this divine white light. When you access this highest divine white light and then ground it into your central nervous system, it then expands outwardly into your cells, right? And now think of your cells as an eye, right? Our cells are circles. Think of this world, it's a circle, okay? Now it's going to take some releasing. It's going to take some reprogramming, okay? It's going to take you allowing yourself to open up your mind to see through the eyes of God and not through the duality of the two eyes, right? We're going to join together with our highest eye. When you allow yourself and you surrender your perception of this reality of the earth into the highest source, okay? You quite literally, reality then bends to your will. I don't know how else to put it, because reality is then quite literally being accessed through you. But I want to let you know that this universe, this reality that the source has created, and I'm on the nose, is the most intelligent thing in the world. It is the most intelligent thing you have ever encountered, okay? So that being said, when you access these higher levels of awareness, there's going to be parts of yourself that fall off. And these parts of yourself that fall off are a lot of times the old, outdated perceptions and even limitations about yourself, about your experience, about your reality. And when you allow yourself to unfold into the ever-expanding infinite nature of this creation and even of yourself, you then allow the expansive nature of finances, of material wealth, of luxury, of freedom to then anchor into you. Because you've quite literally hit that resonance field. You become a walking vortex. You quite literally become that walking tower moment for the world around you. And that's not a bad thing, right? Because with creation, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It only changes form. So the tower, you being a tower, you allow forms to change with your light. Okay? So please, beautiful image. Screenshot it if you need. Okay? Come back to this image so you can remember your infinite nature. That you, my love, are beautiful rays of light manifested here on this planet. Okay? And as such, and as you allow yourself to celebrate your authenticity, celebrate the threshold of where you reside at, right? But also amplify that threshold to the highest source, okay? You then bring what, my love? Let's remind you. 10 of Cups. You bring change. And I love the fact that they're saucers. Okay, there's so much metaphysical symbolism in these cards. I love it. I love it. All right. So my loves, that's quite literally all you need to do with the Knight of Wands. That's all you need to do. And your reality will bend because your sight, your threshold, right? Your energy, your central nervous system, it all connected. It's all connected, my babies. It's all connected. All right, so one final card for my beautiful collective. I know this has been a very long reading, so if you are still with me, thank you. I hope you enjoy this beautiful artwork. Obviously, I used ChatGPT to create it. I'm trying not to use ChatGPT anymore because of all the stuff that it's doing with the data centers, so that kind of sucks. But again, we're going back to basics, I guess, right? Back to the source. All right. So any final advice for this beautiful collective? I am literally hearing it's time for you to just allow yourself to be. Allow yourself to see yourself from the sacred essence of what it is you truly are and where it is you actually come from. Allow that. Allow yourself that. Allow yourself that freedom. Allow yourself that forgiveness. Forgive yourself for forgetting that you are this. Quite literally. Forgive yourself for it. And watch it cascade. Watch it cascade and unfold into reality around you. And watch how then the reality quite literally communicates with you in all ways. Queen of Cups. So much Cups energy. So much intuition. So much emotion. Right? But once you got to clear that fogginess, that foggy emotion, that yucky, that not trueness, and come back to the source, come back to the light, come back to your true essence, right? Your soul's unique energy signature from the absolute infinite creator of all that is, which is all you are and everything in between. Okay? So, final message, trust the intuition that's coming through. I love how the light just still wants to come around her. Trust that you are that light. It is what it is. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. And thanks for being here. Bye. I need to be careful with this because of my fall. So I got to get 2 hands on this thing. All right.